Hello. It has been so long since I last recorded a video, but I thought, you know what, the year is ending. I have to do an augulatory video for 2019, so I thought, why not do it? This will probably be my last video of this entire year, so yay! Super excited, but also super nervous. The setup is a little bit different. I kind of changed my room a little bit around. I might do a small little like tour at the end of the whole video, so stay tuned if you want to see that. I think I'm gonna do, I might fit it in at the end, but depends on how long this video is gonna be. But actually, a little change. I parted my bangs differently. I don't have my, well, I could easily just pull it out like this. That was what my hair looked like. So I thought I might go for something a little bit different. I am debating between my hair. Like, I'm not sure if I want to have my bangs anymore. This angle, okay, should it be higher? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really sure about my bangs anymore. Like, if I want to keep it or not. I am just... Some days I wake up and I like my bangs. And then sometimes I wake up and I don't like them at all. It just doesn't really work with me. And I feel like I always had to keep changing it. So... for right now, today, I don't have my bangs. As you guys know, I did color my hair. I went a little bit lighter. I'm not sure you can't really tell. But yeah, I went a bit lighter. Mainly because I want to go gray. I want to have some gray hair highlights. Not like gray hair, obviously, because I have gray hair. But as a color, I wanted to get something like that. So, anyway. That's what I'm kind of in that transitional mode of getting my hair that way, but I'm not really sure if I want to do that yet. So in the meantime, I'm gonna have my hair like this. I actually really like it. I'm looking for my mirror, so that's why I'm looking over there. But I actually really like the hair color. I might keep it. Anyway, I'm just ranting at this point because it's been so long since I talked to you guys. It's been so long. The last time I did a video was December 25th, Christmas Day, Vlogmas. So, yeah. Anyway, today's video is going to be 2019 year review and my favorites of this entire year. Now, there's going to be a lot of things that I'm not going to mention. I'm going to probably drop mainly because I am going to forget about it or I'm not going to have time because I actually do have to go into work for something really quickly around like 1:45. So I have about an hour and 10 minutes. Speaking of which, I need to put an alarm on so that I know that I have to leave at that time. Hey! Can you guys let me know when it's like 1:45?
What?
Let me know when it's like 1:30, okay?
Why?
Because I'm not gonna I need to get ready and go.
1:30.
1:30. Lacey, you tell me, okay?
Get your ass ready too.
1:30. Thank you. Sorry. Let me give me a second. I'm gonna try not to edit this video as much as possible because I want to be as authentic as much as possible. So I can't seem to find it here in review. I can't find it. Anyways, I'm not gonna stress about it because I have some things I actually do want to talk about. So first part we're gonna do is 2019 favorites. All right, so I kind of made like, I have like 5 things I want to talk about. I'll probably add more things as I go along. Like, I'll just probably add on to it. But the first thing I want to talk about is my favorite piece of clothing I love to wear this year was, in fact, I juggled a lot because I like to wear a lot of cashmere. I like to wear a lot of leggings, or this year I wear a lot of leggings. I kept thinking about like what was something that I just love to wear, that I wanted to wear all the time. And I have to say that I'm someone who I don't like to repeat a lot of my clothing when I'm out, so I do wear a lot of new things a lot of the time. So I do kind of change my outfits throughout, and that's just basically who I am. Sorry, another phone call. I love wearing a smoky eye all the time. I feel like I'm so used to wearing smoky eye, and I'm so used to seeing myself with a smoky eye that when I'm not wearing one, I feel and look a little bit different. So I always just have to put it on. So it feels weird when I don't. But yeah, I just absolutely love like this kind of look. How is my hair doing, you guys? I don't know if I am totally in love with it. I feel like it's falling flat. I need to not make it go flat because it makes my face look really big. Okay, my other palette that I've been loving that I recently bought, I think it was like the middle of it. See, look, I'm already just holding my mom like this. Another palette that I really like using, probably towards like, was it summer? I remember I went to Sephora and I bought it, and I haven't been to Sephora in like months, but I think it was probably summer, and I bought this little Lolita palette because it was pink. I was obsessed with like a pink palette. Pink, perfect, like a matte, rosy pink palette, and I was obsessed with trying to find like the perfect one, and then I found this palette, and it's absolutely that, like what I wanted. I use this color a lot, Lolita. This color is the main color. I use this one a lot, and then there's other purples and a little bit of a red, like this one's kind of red. But I love this palette. I use it a lot. I started getting into Kat Von D's like lipstick, and I was like heavily using that. That's also an honorable mention for something that I'll mention below, which I don't have it on me, but yeah, honorable mention will be I'll mention it later on. But yeah, this palette was super amazing, and I just wanted a pink palette, but I didn't want like a baby pink. I didn't want this kind of pink, like really like hot pink. I didn't want that, and I feel like a lot of the palettes I was looking at had a lot of those hot pinks, but this one was different. This one was like a warm undertone pink that wasn't it was like darker almost. So I really like it. This is a really nice palette. You guys should definitely go get this if you like a pink palette. It's super nice, and it goes on really well. Like, it reminds me of the Anastasia one. So this palette's really good. I wore a lot when I got it. Not so much right now, but something I feel like was still a huge highlight of my 2019 was that palette. Okay, my favorite lipstick. I'm obsessed with this lipstick. I'm not wearing it right now, but I'm not wearing this color, but I'm wearing the lipstick from this line. It's the simple Revlon, like this one. It is the Revlon Matte Balm. I use it so much that it's not even straight anymore. It's like flat. I love it. It's nice. It's complimentary. I wear it all the time for whatever occasion. It's just simple, like, it's not that dramatic, and it's matte, but when it gets off my lips, it doesn't make my lips like crusty or dry, or you can see the dryness. Like, it doesn't do any of that. So it doesn't leave any of that stuff. So it's really, really nice. This one is in the color Fierce Redoubtable 265, and the thing about it is that Revlon no longer sells these lipstick, so I really want to get another one, and I have to go to Amazon to get it because they no longer sell it. But it's my all-time favorite lipstick. Like, I love it, and I wear it all the time. It was actually introduced to me by one of my friend Grace. She wore this lipstick once. I loved it so much I went to go buy it, and then she gave me hers because she wasn't wearing it anymore. And I used up all of hers, and this is the one that I bought myself. And I still love it, and I till this day, like, I want to get it again. So I love that lipstick so much. I just love it. Okay, another honorable mention for lipstick would be my Kat Von D lipstick, the brown one. I wore that one a lot in 2019, and then I stopped wearing it, but super, like, I absolutely love it. Another one I would say would be my pony lipstick that I started wearing a lot. I forgot the number or what color it was, but it was a pony lipstick, and it was like a pink, like, but like a peachy, darker pink shade. Super glossy, and I absolutely love that one too. So that's also an honorable mention for lipstick. Favorite scent would be, of course, my rose scent. I love anything rose scent. It's really hard to find a really good one though, so I have like rose scented candles. I had this cherry blossom lotion and spray. That's the only thing I use mainly for lotion, is I only use that. That one that's always a #1 scent of mine is that cherry blossom one. But most recently I've been getting, for the past few months now, I've been really getting into this oh my gosh, my heart just dropped. It's like a little bit oily. It's this basically roll-on rose scented perfume. It was created by a teacher that I worked with. She's also a really great colleague, so she made this for me, and I love it. It's rose scented. It's made with like natural oil, and it has like some rose petals, some rose scented essential oils in there. And I wear a lot. Like you can tell it's almost already out. And I just dab it on my hands, dab it here, put it near my elbow, and then I also just dab it there. I put it behind my ears, and I just, again, dab it there. But yeah, I love this smell a lot. It's just, I have two of them. One of them is in my wallet, and then the other one I have it in my room that I wear often, like when I go to sleep, after my shower, when I'm just kind of walking around, I just apply this on. It does last quite a while, like as I'm using it throughout the day and laying in bed, like it does still there. But it's really nice, and I'm almost out of this one, but I still have another one, so I can use the other one. But I just really love it. It smells so good, and it's a rose scent that like I like. It's not really chemically. This one is a little bit more, this one smells a little bit more like, I guess not chemically, but it smells more like what I will commonly find in the store. But the other one was like, doesn't at all. It smells so nice and natural and amazing. I was just thinking, should I play some music in the background, or is that too distracting? I'm only mentioning it because my sister's already playing. Okay, yeah, so I'll play some music in the background. All right, my favorite pair of earrings that I really, really love this year, as I'm really simple. Sometimes I'm not, but most of the time I'm really simple. I just love my hoop earrings. These I wear all the time, just simple as that. Like right now I'm wearing these pink one, just because I'm wearing a pink shirt, but honestly, I would totally go for these hoops. They're just silver sterling hoops, medium size. I like the big ones, but the medium's what I go to a lot. Let's see what else. That's kind of all I had in front of me as my favorites of 2019. Yeah, I mean, I have other stuff I want to talk about, like other favorites, like favorite song, album, all that stuff. And I guess I could probably just talk about it here, but I also haven't really thought about it. I did my top 10 songs this year already, and that's, I mean, it's not related. Yeah, so I'm just gonna probably end it there for my favorites. I think I mainly want to talk about the year in review of 2019, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so this is the highlights of 2019. I list things down in chronological order of things that happened and I want to talk about, that I still talking about. So the first thing that I want to talk about of this year would be, it happened in January. It would be my mom. So I don't talk a lot about it anymore, because I try to like block it out. But my mom has a congenital heart disease issue with her heart, so her heart is beating very slowly, doesn't have a lot of like energy, so she often, like, her heart has to work twice as hard to kind of get it to pump. Earlier this year she went to the hospital, and like, it was really bad. Like her heart was basically giving up on her, and working too hard, basically. Like her heart was working way too hard. Her heart stopped. I still remember like me being in the room. I remember that day where I went to see her, and they were telling me about all this stuff, and I stayed the night with my sister, and I thought everything was gonna be okay, because it was okay. Like, it just was weird. I'm like, no other symptoms are coming up, like, you're perfectly fine, you know? And then the next morning, after breakfast, like, things just kind of went like really weird. Like her heart stopped basically, and I remember screaming so much. I had like a panic attack, and it felt like a movie. Literally felt like a movie, and I couldn't stop screaming. It was so traumatizing, and probably the scariest moment in my life. And that whole few weeks of the whole thing happening was like the worst thing in my life. Like I could not believe it was happening. Anyway, whirlwind of emotions. A lot of stuff happened. I didn't go to work. Had my family came, and it was a very like exhausting and like traumatizing and tiring and like frustrating and sad and just like a very hard way to start the year. Like so hard, and I was so angry too. And I was so scared, so scared, but everything worked out. So my mom is okay. They put a pacer in her. I think for the longest time I was like denying it. Like I didn't want it to happen. I didn't want her to do that. I didn't want her to do any of that stuff, but I didn't realize that like she needed it. And I think I was being selfish because I was like, no, you're not like other people, Mom. Like you don't need that extra stuff. But she did. She needed that extra stuff. And I would say that like during those moments, like our family, I don't know, it was just strange. Like we were just going through some different things, and I was really hoping that like things would be different coming out of that. And I would say that like as the year is coming to a wrap and we're hitting like the end of this year, not a lot has changed. And that's like with family wise, like it's still hard. She's still struggling, and there are certain like patterns that our family's still doing that I'm disappointed in myself and our family. But yeah, and I wish that it wasn't like that. It's hard to stop patterns, but also like it kept me humble, and it reminded me to not take things for granted. Like, and it's still hard because some days I will have to say that I still do, and I hate myself for that. Like I don't like that I do that, but I still do because for me it's easy, and that really sucks. And that's something that I don't like. So if anything, that's something I want to change, is I want to stop being so like, I want to be with like myself, and I want to love myself, and I want to do things for myself. But at the same time, I also, when things are important, I want to make sure I put those forth, and also care for others as well in that way, without feeling like I'm losing myself, if that makes sense. So anyway, that was really tough. And for the past like few months after that, like we had to be very careful and just really make sure that she was okay. Her like pacer is doing fine. She has an appointment coming in January to take a look at it, but so far she's doing okay. And again, I'm just so thankful. I'm so thankful that she is here with us. That's something that I am so thankful for, that my mom is still here, because I don't know what I'd do without her. She's an amazing person, so freaking strong and annoying, but she's my mom, and she's like the anchor, and she deserves so much more. Like she deserves so much more than what she has right now. And I am so sorry to her every day that I can't give her more of what she deserves. So, yeah. So that was like highs of the year. The second thing that I wanted to talk about, it's a little bit lighter, and it's basically the BTS concert. So I went to the BTS concert this year, the first one ever for me. It was in Pasadena, and it was in May. Saved up money. It was like, so we saved up money, and me, my cousin, my sister, we all went. We bought these tickets like I think a month or two in advance, and then we were gonna go, and I was super, super excited. And I also bought my army balm there. Is it on? Oh. Yeah, so I'll just maybe turn it on. So bright. Yeah, so this is literally what the concert looked like. Just constantly back and forth, like shaking, going crazy. Colors were all just, anyway, popping all over the place. It was crazy. But now I'll turn it down because it's a little bit too strong. But yeah, we went to concert in May, and it was absolutely the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my life. So freaking awesome. I went to 2 concerts, and it was a mess to get these tickets, and it finally happened. I still remember how frustrating it was to get tickets for this concert, and I can't believe it happened. So we went to 2 shows, and the whole, like, I did a whole vlog on it basically, but it was you know, it was just a great experience to see the members live, to hear them, to be with amongst like other armies. So the first day I went to, I have not talked about the concert in so long, but I remember going to the concert and coming back home and just went straight into concert mode depression. Like, I was so depressed, not seeing them, not hearing them live, and just not being around them. I was so, like, I didn't know what to do with my life. Like, I was walking around like just pointless. I was wearing their concert merch every single day on the weekends because I just wanted to, and I was just so obsessed with BTS. I literally, this year, I re-fell in love with BTS. So I've been a fan for 3 years or so, or 3 or 4 years or so, and then my sister got into them like later on this year, and then we went to the concert, and after the concert was when I like felt like I just fell in them all over again, of all their character, mannerism, personality, like it just felt like this new surge, like I was reborn. And it's hard, and it's like funny to explain that because some people don't understand and think it's like I'm being dramatic, but I don't know how to explain it other than that, like other than feeling like I was reborn after watching and going to their concert and just feeling like this is what I want to do, live and breathe. I want to follow them wherever they go. I want to just travel with them, and I want to know every little thing they're doing on social media. I got on Twitter. I haven't used my Twitter account in like years, hardly go on there unless I'm like voting or something. That's like very little. And the only people I follow are like people that I actually know in real life. And then I went to like the only concert I fell in love with, like, because Twitter had a lot more like updates. So then I was on Twitter, and now Twitter is like my number one use social media app. Like, I use it all the time now to follow them. And the people that follow me, if you're watching this video and you used to follow me because of me, and now it's become this like ARMY, Jikook, Jimin, Jungkook, BTS social like page, I'm sorry for you, but not for me, because I love what I'm doing. So yeah, I love them so much. And so so going back to the concert, the first day was just surreal. Like, it was just kind of like, I don't know, like the first day was just kind of being there and with everybody else, experiencing like the lines. My god, the lines were crazy, but experiencing the line, experiencing just like what they were doing, things that were happening, like selling merch on the streets, the armies were talking, army dance, all those stuff, and just kind of getting that all in was like so crazy, because that was like the first time I was around that many armies. And there were like 100 people, like 90,000 people there. Like, there was a lot of people. And yeah, so it's super amazing. And we were also really rushed because we landed the first day of the concert, so we had a few hours to get to our hotel, eat, and then go to the venue, because the concert was going to start at like around 7, so we got there around like 3 or 4. I don't know, it was crazy. We also had to travel around there. Luckily our hotel wasn't far, but overall, like, it was just really it was really chaotic, but also just an experience to be there. We couldn't get merch the first day, and I was like so infuriating. I was so angry, and I felt so left out because I didn't have the army bomb, and I was like, what is this? This is my first concert. This is how I'm experiencing it. I was so annoyed. But you know what? I still, I was annoyed, but I still took it in, and they were just so great. And I was like really high up, so I didn't really see them fully all the way, but I was, at least I was there enough, so I saw like, there's no bad seat at any BTS concert. And the reason why that is because if you're up close, you see them up close, you feel them, they're right there, you get all the experience. But if you're high up, you see like the whole entire venue, and you get to see, like, I saw the army wave because I was up at the high top, and we had the best army wave at the concert. And I'm able to see, like, I took pictures, I'm able to see everything, and just like so like further away than people who are actually like up close, like they had to look up and everything. But so there's no bad seat. Like, you're always in some way a really good, if you're in there and you're in the freaking stadium or in the concert, in the venue, if you're in the presence of BTS, it's a good shit show. Okay, it's good. But it was amazing. So that first night, like, we were there, we were with a lot of like armies that were American, so they were talking, we understood what they were saying and all this stuff. And you know, it was really interesting to be around them because the way they were acting also like kind of similar to us. It was so nice. Yeah, and like getting back, oh my god, it was such a surreal moment. Like, we didn't get back to the hotel till very late or early in the morning. And then like on the second day, we were trying to be smarter. We were trying to get there early, and we did. So we got there early. We got the merch. We got everything. I got my Balm. We went back home. We were just kind of like playing around. We went to the hotel. We're just kind of playing around. Like, you know, we got time to kill. We were eating. We were shopping. We were just doing whatever. We were still making very poor decisions on like some things here and there. But overall, I felt really nice. Like, we had somewhat of control because we already went through this before. So that felt really nice. But overall, like, that day, we did more lines, we were waiting a little bit more, but we were a little bit a lot closer now, so I was able to actually see them a lot closer than the first time after the concert, and it felt really nice to see them. This time we were surrounded by a lot of like people of color, but also like a lot of Asian fans. So there's some of them were Korean, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese. Like, there was so much more of the Asian fans that were there. So I feel like I got to experience a different kind of army life. Like, the first one was like more Americanized. The other one was more like amongst Asian fan. And so they weren't as like, some of them were a little bit loud and like chanting, but some of them were just not. But overall, like, it still felt really nice to be around like a variety of people, a variety of fans. So that felt really nice. And, yeah, like, after the concert was over, I think we had to leave the next day, and man, it was like the best thing ever. Like, this concert was like the best thing ever that happened to me. Like, I told myself I'm gonna go see a concert this year, and I went, and I was like, man, nothing can stop me now. Like, I am so blessed. I've been so blessed this year. So there was that, and I did a whole vlog on it, and it was so amazing. Yeah, but that was like the other one. So that's like another highlight, was the BTS concert. And man, I have all this stuff up from my room afterwards. Like, I made a shrine basically of, you know, the concert. I still have a lot of things I want to get printed that I didn't get to do, but I want to do it this year. Like, I have so much more things I wanted to do for the BTS concert experience, and I didn't get to do it, but I really want to do it. Like, 2020, I'm gonna definitely make sure to do that on my as a top priority list. I want to make sure I get those things because I just want to do that, you know. Anyway, so after that was like May. So come May and everything, the next thing I had on my list here was my trip to Korea. So yes, I went to Korea in October, and that was crazy. Like, I could not believe I went out of the country. I got a passport, y'all. I got a passport, and I went to Korea to see BTS in concert again for their last concert tour, and it was amazing. Korea was absolutely awesome. The vibe there was all totally different. I still have like I vlogged also, but I did some videos, and there's some days where I start thinking about like Korea and like what happened there, my experience there, and just the whole vibe. It was so different. Like, I enjoyed it a lot, and I miss Korea. Like, there's some days where I miss Korea. I'll do certain things, and I'm like, oh man, like, I really, like, Korea used to be like this, and but it was such a fast-paced world. Like, we were there for like a couple of days, like 3 full days, and I learned so much during those 3 full days based on Korea culture, Korea like mannerism, and like just the fast pace of it all. Like, it was such a fast paced city, and it was such a big city. Like, we were going all over the place, and we still didn't see like all of Korea. We all the time, everywhere on the street, on the bus, on the subway, morning, afternoon, night. Like, it was just constantly people everywhere. And I think it's also where we were at, because we were in the city. We were in Mapo for where our hotel was, but we also went to like the heart of Seoul. We went to like Gangnam. Like, everywhere we went that was like city wise, except if you went to, no, I feel like everywhere we went there was just a lot of people. If you went to small neighborhoods, like, there wasn't that much, but other than that, like, if you went anywhere else where like the main streets were, or like places where people were hanging out, like, there were just people everywhere, like everywhere. And that was crazy. Like, I went to New York, and New York had a lot of people, but I would say that, like, and Korea's like kind of the same too, but I explored Korea more, so I have more to say on Korea. New York had a lot of people, and New York was also really busy, but I feel like at some point it did die down. But for Korea, man, it was so busy, and I feel like, I wonder if I can live there. And I would say that I don't think I can live there like my whole life, but I think I can probably visit there for a while. Like, if I stay a little bit longer, I would have liked that. So I would have explored more and get more into the custom, because that's something that I wish I did. Was like, I spoke a little bit of Korean when I was there, but not a lot, not as much as I wanted to. So I wish if I did go, I would take it more seriously and actually like try to converse a little bit. It's hard because, like, it's just hard. Like, you think in your head you know what to say, but then you say it and then they speak back to you and you just don't get it. So it was definitely easier said than done. But I really would like to go back to visit Korea again. Now that I got my passport, I got something I could do. I was really nervous about like the flying there, because it was like a 23-hour flight all day. Like, we flew all day basically on one of those days. We flew all day, and those were pretty crazy. But the flight wasn't that bad. I loved the airport food. I didn't like the money currency though. Like, money was hard in Korea and anywhere else we were. Like, the changing of money, the currency, knowing all the stuff, like the conversion, all the stuff was like annoying, but it wasn't like, that's not gonna stop me from traveling, you know? But I would love to go to Korea again and explore. The flight wasn't that bad. I feel like if I could do Korea, I could do anything right now. Like, honestly, I could fly anywhere now. But it was such a cool experience, and I'm so glad I got to spend it with my sister and my cousin. We did have a lot of like issues with each other during the trip, because we were just irritated, and I could tell we were. I was irritated at them, they were irritated at me. But you know what, like, we still went and we came back, and we still have great memories about it. Next time, I think we would definitely have more just communication. We just need to communicate with each other. Like, I think even then when we came back, we didn't really communicate with each other. But I think if we just did, we would have avoided a lot of issues. And just take some time to ourselves. I think if we had taken some time to ourselves, we would have been less stressed and less annoyed with one another. But nevertheless, great experience, and I'd love to do that again. So Korea was definitely a surreal, it was like a random thing. Like, I had a plan of what I wanted to do for 2019, and Korea was not one of them, like, at all. And it happened, and I'm so blessed and thankful for that. Yeah. Man, I miss Korea. The other thing in 2019 that I want to talk about are my bangs. So yes, I don't have them right now, but I did have bangs in 2019. These are the bangs. I went to Korea, a lot of people there have bangs, and I was like, what the hell's up with bangs? You know, like, why are so many Korean girls are having bangs, you know? And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cut bangs when I come back home. Kid you not, landed a few hours, ate, and then cut my bangs. And I like it. I like my bangs a lot, and I feel like it really matched me. Right now I'm still, again, I told you guys, I'm still kind of struggling about what I want to do with my bangs, but I think the bangs match me. I had a lot of like cutting it to like trim them, fix them, all that. I kept doing all this stuff. My hair is growing. I definitely wanted to grow longer, like past my chest area. Still waiting. It's like my hair is in progress right now. It's growing, but I feel like it's slowing down. My sister did say I look best with like mid-length hair, but I really want long hair. And I feel like every time I get close to it, like I get to this stage, I just end up cutting my hair, and then I just wait forever. My hair used to be really quick. It used to grow like super long all the time, really quickly, but now it's taking such a long time. I'm getting so antsy with my hair growing. But I want my hair to grow. And so my bangs was a huge point of my life because I felt different. Like, I think because I lost a lot of weight, I look different with my bangs. I feel like I look nicer. I took better care of my hair. My bangs looked more natural. Like, all this stuff. Like, it's just a huge point of my life. And I feel like I looked really nice with the bangs. That was also a huge 2019 thing I did, was like I cut my bangs again. And I really like it. Of course, I'm doing this video now without my like blunt bangs. I still have bangs, but yeah, that's just what I just want to talk about. Was like, it was such a huge point of my life, and I was so proud of myself, and I was so like in love with myself, you know. Even before the bangs, I was like really in love with myself because of my transformation. I guess I could talk about that too. Is like, it's been a year since I've been on keto. I feel like the past few months have been kind of challenging because I haven't incorporating more carbs in my diet, because I feel like I'm at a point where I can do that, I can control it, I can balance it out, and I still feel good about myself. So I've been doing that a little bit. Again, I thought I would never do that again, but you know, you never know what happens. So I've been doing a little bit more carbs in my life. I do notice some of the changes, like I do have a little bit more cravings for them now, and I want to try to minimize that. So I'm still kind of like on and off. I've been noticing, like I haven't gained a lot of weight, but I still, like, I'm seeing it in my body, some of the changes that are happening again, and I definitely want to make sure I'm maintaining that or getting it back to normal. Yeah, so there's like all this other stuff that's going on, but it's been a year, and I would say that since I started in December 5th of last year and up till now, I've lost like 70 pounds. So I'm really proud of myself for that. Like, that's a lot, and people would tell me that like I look different, or like I see it, and I see it too, and I feel really proud because there are like things that I'm wearing or things that I'm doing that I feel like I wasn't able to do in the past. And again, like to say that like I'm not happy with like my results, like that would be a lie, because I am happy with my results. I like the way I look. I feel like I could do a lot more right now to kind of get back on where I was before, but I still like, I love myself, you know. And this year was a lot of loving myself that BTS kind of taught me. Even though I knew that, like, I just feel like I was feeling myself a lot more this year. And I just feel happy knowing that like that's where I was, and that like I gave myself more self-worth, and it made me really happy, because that's something that I've been struggling with for like a lot, like my whole life basically. And so overall, like myself, like I just love the way where I'm going in my life, who I'm with, all that stuff. I feel really fortunate and happy. And this year, like, if I was to give myself like love from like, give me a rating from like 1 to 5 of hearts of where I am and how much I love myself this year, I'll give myself like a 4 out of 5. I was like in love with myself, and I love myself. There was definitely moments where I was beating myself up or not fully satisfied with myself, but overall, like, I feel like I loved myself a lot. And I'm not trying to be egotistic or like conceited or any of that stuff, but it takes a lot to tell yourself that you love yourself, you know, and to show it. Because you can say it, but showing is different, you know. And I feel like I showed it a lot. I gave myself more grace. I gave myself more like acceptance. Mistakes that happened, I forgave myself a lot, and I learned a lot along the way. So overall, like, I just feel like it was a good year, you know, for myself, and I'm really proud of it. Like, I just want to give myself a hug because of that, and the love and everything. So yeah, the last thing that I want to talk about is my work. So I switched up my work this year. It was a very hard transition, and I feel like I didn't really like the way I transitioned into it. Like, I was being a dramatic baby, basically. And I wasn't mature about it, but then I feel like I did kind of I became more mature later on as it came by. But yeah, I left the high schools, I'm working in the middle schools now. I have a whole new team, and I left a lot of people behind, but it's not that bad, because I feel like I'm still able to maintain some of the relationship and look into a new group of people that I'm working with. And they bring me a lot of joy. They bring me so much joy, and I feel like I enjoy working with them a lot because our vibes are all the same. We chat, we laugh, we're all like, how do I explain it? I don't know. It's just easier. It's easy to be with them, and it's easy to be independent as well. Like, to be with them, but also be independent, because they're also like that too. Like, I'm someone that, like, I will like my space as well, and also be with people, and I feel like they're very similar in that way, where they are independent, they are their own, but they also have to be together. So I feel like that was a nice complementary with me with them, and so I like that a lot. So yeah, I really like working with them. The new work is new. I'm learning a lot of new things. It's a very transformative experience, and I look forward to 2020 to see how that's going to be. I also look forward to like what new work is going to be like, because after this year is over, I have like a year left at this position. So I'm really thinking about like what I'm going to do with my life, and that part is scary, and I'm not going to talk about it or think about it right now because it's going to scare me. But I do know that I'm going to have to change. Like, my trajectory is going to be different in a few years from now, and I need to kind of think about what I want to do with myself after that, work-wise. But overall, right now, I'm living the moment. I have a strong team. I have an awesome supervisor, so supportive. I have a lot of great people around me. I feel different. I feel empowered. I feel happy. There are some moments that I still really miss in my old job, like things I used to do, and just like the environment. I miss a lot of that stuff. But I'm also really happy where I am now, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So because it gives me new experiences, and if I don't have a new experience, then what is it? Like, what is it? You know, like, I want to be able to change things up a little bit, like, and have control over that and feel good about it, because I know that that's going to give me growth, you know? So all that stuff I'm super excited for. So yeah, let's see. So that's basically a recap of this year. Let's kind of go through it again. Highlights: my mom, the Bts concert, going to Korea, getting bangs, my keto lifestyle, and then my new work. That's basically the whole year recap. Yeah, so that's basically it. And of course, I would have to say a huge thing too is, so when I started last year, I was telling myself I want to do so many new things. I want to live for myself, and I want to be happy, and I want to do things for myself. And a lot of stuff happened. I started a YouTube channel. Like, that would be, I guess, the #1 thing that like just blows my mind. Like, I never thought I would do that. I got a lot of encouragement, a lot of support from people around me. Shout out to Jonathan and to Natalie for supporting me with the channel and convincing me to do this. Natalie actually gave me the name to do the vlogging. Like, she gave me that recommendation. Jonathan inspired me a lot to continue vlogging. He was such an avid like subscriber. He encouraged me a lot. McCann also, like, towards like when he got in, you know, came to my life and was like watching the video too, was also really supportive and like promoting it. All of my teammates at Roosevelt, like, you guys know who you are. Like, you've just been so supportive. Yadira, Grace, Bree, Myro, Jonathan, Yadira, Simone, Vanya, like, all of you guys who allowed me to vlog, you guys, I am so forever thankful and so happy that you guys enjoy being in my videos, allowed me to be who I wanted to be, who I wanted to become. Gave me the space to do that. Some other people in my life too. I feel so blessed and thankful that like I vlog and people support me and they encourage me. And sometimes, again, I'm vlogging for myself. You know, sometimes I vlog for my viewers or, you know, my subscribers. They'll tell me what they want, I do that. But most of the time I'm vlogging for myself because I want to capture these moments. I love, like, if you know me on social media, you know I like to capture moments of my life all the time. Because I love that. Because that's all I feel like I can actually, like, I like to capture moments, and those moments become memories, and those memories are pictures. And like, growing up, when I was younger, I didn't have a lot of that. Like, my parents barely took any photos of us when we were younger. My aunt did a lot for her kids, and I remember always going through the photo albums and I always felt like, wow, they have so much memories, like, that they no longer don't know because they were so young, but it was captured, you know? And those may feel like not natural because they're just memories, they're just photos. like they're just photos, but they're there. Like they have something. And I feel like, sure, I had like 1 or 2, 3 photos here and there when I was younger, but not a lot. And also not a lot of videos. Like there's all these things that just I took, like I wish I had, so I can look back and really see myself, you know. And this is like one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to do this, because I like showcasing my life for myself to see like my experiences. And then when people also like that and they just tell me like I'm really inspired, or like I really like watching your videos, or I really like, you know, you doing this, or that made me really happy, or like I enjoy it, like all those people. Sorry, I forgot Graciela, because she told me how much she loved Vlogmas. And ever since, like there are things like that, you know, where people tell me how much they love something that I was doing, that I did, and it made me feel happy, because even though they can't do it, or they're, you know, scared to do it, or nervous, or like not sure if they want to do it, the fact that like I can be someone who they can look up to, or would just be like, you know, she's doing it, why can't I do it? You know, like there's so much of those moments where I'm like, just do it. It's harmless, it's fun. And I think as long as you know, and I don't want to do this as a career, like for sure, like I'm not doing this for money, I'm not doing this for a career, I'm not gonna quit my job and do this full time. No, this is simply just so that I can record and post it up and think about it. And really, YouTube is just a platform for me to have these videos saved somewhere that's not on my phone, eating up my back, eating up my storage, or being on like Google Drive. That's hard to, like, it's just there, so I can then go back and watch it. And I do, like, and there's so much memories where like I'll go back and it was funny, and I'm like, this, like, it was a fun day, you know. And I have a lot of those moments. So that's really one of the main reasons why. And I feel like this year, like my channel has been like the most like biggest thing in my life, and telling people like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel, and like people are just like, oh, you do, like it's a nice feeling for myself, and definitely something I want to keep doing. I don't want to just stop, but there are definitely moments where I feel like I want to be away from the camera. It's really time consuming, where I just don't have the energy to do this, and that's okay. Like that happens, and I tell myself that all the time. It's like, it's okay, and I have to make sure that like I remind myself of that, because I also don't want to be like, because I'm not doing it for anybody else except for me. So what's the point of rushing things or feeling like I have to constantly do this, you know? Like whatever happens, at the end of the day, it's my choice. Like I'm the one that chose to do Vlogmas or Vlogatimes or like Vlogtober, all this stuff, like the stuff that I choose to do. I tell myself I want to do it, and I want to keep it as a goal for myself, you know? So there are things that like I actively decide on. But yeah, other than that, like it's just such an amazing experience, and I never thought I would do this, but I did, and I do. And just want to say thank you so much for people who are watching, and to you, Jennie, who's gonna edit this and probably watch it later on in the future, or later on in a few hours. You are amazing, and you bring so much light into this world. You believe in the good in people. You are selfish, but you're also hardworking, and you also care a whole damn lot about people, and sometimes that comes first, and that's okay. But sometimes like you have to come first. And so I know that there was definitely some regrets that you didn't get to do this year, or things that didn't really happen. There was a lot of heartaches. Like you cried a lot, you lost people, you lost love, you lost a lot of things along the way, but you also gain a lot, and you also have like accumulated so much memories, like positive ones and good ones, happy ones. Like not to say that all those like hardships and challenges didn't mean anything. They made you who you are, they made you thrive, made you stronger. But there are also so many happy memories, like so many good positive memories of this whole entire year, but also this whole entire decade. Like, and just know that like you being here right now is a lot, and you should be proud of yourself for that. Really proud of yourself for it, and love yourself. Continue to do that, because honestly, like at the end of the day, it's just you, you know, it's you, and you make it what you want it to be. So even though there are things that you feel like you didn't get to do, looking back at it, you did a lot. You did a whole lot, and you should be proud of yourself for it. You experienced a whole lot, and you went through a lot. So love yourself, and continue to just remind yourself of that, like all the accomplishments that you also did, the big ones, the small ones, like you went to Korea, and that's huge. That's huge. But then you also like went to freaking H Mart on Belmont, and that was like hard, and that was scary, and you didn't want to do that because you don't like driving down there. It's a whole brand new neighborhood, but then you go there every freaking Saturday, so that is a huge accomplishment, you know. All these things are just like,
It's 1:30.
definitely don't, okay, thank you, definitely don't compare the things that you're doing to other things or other people, you know. So just pride yourself in all of that stuff. So to you, Jennie, I love you. Keep doing you, and keep making yourself proud, you know. Just all these hearts going to you. And now I kind of want to make a wish, my hope for 2020. I have a lot, and I'm just gonna try to put it out there. I want to have my hair grow long, and I want to not cut it. I want to have gray, darker gray ombre hair, but professionally done at some point. I want to learn how to play the piano or play the keyboards and then play a BTS song. I want to learn how to do that and then buy a keyboard or something. I just want to learn how to play, because I believe that for the past few years, I didn't believe that I had the music gene in me, but you know what? Let's just fix mindset talking there. I can do it. So that's the third thing I want to do. The fourth thing is I want to see BTS in concert again. I want to see them again in concert. Third time's a charm. So I want to see them again in concert. The fifth thing I want to do is I want to get into the grad program, the social work program. I want to get in. I'm applying this year. I hope I get in. I want to go to grad school. That's my fifth thing I want to do. The 16th, I want to travel again. So either it's out of the country or just out of the state. I do want to travel again. I'm not the biggest fan of flying, but you know, I do like the fact that I get to travel. I do like to go places, you know, and say that I've been there. So that's also a great experience. So like, I want to travel again. I want to lose 20 more pounds. So on top of that 70, I want to lose 20 more pounds. I think that'd be really awesome. And I know I can do it. Like, I can do it. Especially since I've been able to lose 70. Like, I can do the 20. There's that. So yeah, those are all the goals I want to do. I want to have my hair long. I want to have my hair dye or professionally done. I want to play the keyboards, piano. I want to travel again. I want to go to Bts Concert, and I also want to lose 20 pounds. I think that's it. Those are my 6 goals for this 2020. Is I want to do all this stuff. Oh, MSA program. Yeah, 7 things. 7 things perfect for BTS. So my 7 goals I want to do for 2020. I want to do it. So let's see. This year I did a great job knocking all of them out. Most of them are already like checklist done. And I look forward to a wonderful 2020. Again, thank you so much. This video is so long. And if you came all the way this far, thank you so much, Cha-Chas. You've been so amazing. Yeah, thank you so much. So that's basically it. 2020, you better be good, because 2019 was so amazing for me and such an iconic year and decade of my whole entire life. So 2020, you've got a lot to measure up to, and I look forward to it. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will see you in 2020. Thank you. Have a great year. Bye.